Namaste and crystal blessings to my earthly, celestial, and elemental soul tribe in this realm and beyond. Nikki's wishing you all the highest vibration of love as always, and lots of magic today. As you can see, we have lots of unicorn here. Unicorn. How do you like my little unicorn tiara? So, yes, let's talk about unicorns. And are you drawn to unicorns? Have you dreamt about unicorns? Have you visualized or, have a deep connection, received messages from them, or just felt their presence? So, yes, it is a time, as we are, well, in a very powerful cosmic configuration, as you know, as we are in right now on the timeline. So we can create lots of magic. Okay, there's a lot of magic for us to tap in because the veil is thinning. It's going to be even more thinner, and dimensional shift, quantum leap, all that. Everything is possible. So, as for me, personally, or before I go on, this is Gaia. So, yes, I've read about unicorns. I will share about the book in a while by Diana Cooper, the unicorn lady. So, yes, and she's got a lot of books out there about angels and dragons and oracle cards. So, this is my first book on unicorns, learning and tapping into their energy and what it's all about. And so, yeah, with people who have connected, who have seen them personally, energetically. For me, my first unicorn connection came in a dream a few weeks ago, but it was not really a unicorn horse unicorn. It was a plus size plush toy. It was a soft toy that came to me. It was really life, really plus size, maybe life size, like a really huge horse-like, but it was a toy. So, but first I just saw, because it was like that, it was like lying, I was like indoors and I saw it outdoor. It was, yeah, kind of white. In my dream, grayish white. So, as I was like looking at it, oh, there was such a big, plush toy, I always wanted to get one. So I was so excited. Then it became alive. He started walking towards me, and there was so much love. And the dream ended there. It came towards me, and we were like in a hug. Just, yeah, the head, head butting both of us. It was so beautiful. I could just feel the love, and yes, and I've always wanted to get a plush toy, but this is not plus size, because, yeah, it's not easy to come by unicorn at the store. Some are quite a bit expensive, but yeah, I got this small one, and I was like, people usually when they connect to their unicorn, they want to name their unicorns, or the unicorn actually come to them, in meditation or so, tell them their names. But when I look at this beautiful pink girly, it just came to me, it's like Gaia. I was like, okay, I was not even thinking hard to name or give this beautiful unicorn being a name. And you must be thinking, she's out of her mind. No. There's so many people out there connecting to unicorns like never before. I've also joined some unicorn group and on social media. And there's so many people in their 60s, 70s who are into unicorns. Okay, so I was thinking like I was a bit too, yeah, an older child that's getting into this right now. Because as per the book by Diana Cooper, this upsurge of unicorn interest came about in 2015. It's when you see suddenly there's a lot of toys and decorations and stuff, everything in unicorns, in 2015. Okay, she's from the UK, and I'm sure all this merchandise must have come about, in America and, UK or some other parts, but not in Malaysia because I did not see it. If I would have seen it, I would have start collecting unicorns. I like anything magical, okay, fairies and all the etheric, Pegasus and dragons, but did not come. There's a lot of toy stores. Back in Malaysia, we have night markets, and it's very cheap. You can get so many different types, all that main, Disney characters or whatever, just name it. But unicorn, I don't think I've come across. Maybe one or two, but not very interesting looking, but I never really paid attention. But I started, coming to see it more, being sold in jewelry boxes or notebooks only last year. So I got, because I know I need to travel back to Sweden, so I couldn't get much because weight. So I managed to get a 2 boxes. So it's a tin, tin containers. Yeah, I only started seeing it last year for what I remember. And I see a lot of people are selling their crocheted unicorns in the Sunday market and all that, but not before that, not prior to that, because I know if I would have seen something so pretty and magical. So it kind of landed late in Malaysia at that time. So yes, according to the book, it is actually started in 2015. So we'll go about the book shortly, and yes, I hope you. Oh, this is actually some people call it alicorn. It's a Pegasus and unicorn, or pegacorn, and I think according to Diana Cooper's book, it is called Unipack, or the Pegasus is called Pegasi, So yeah, she's got beautiful wings, you can see. So she's a alicorn or a unipack, She's a combination, because I also love, as you can see, I have a beautiful Pegasus here with the blue one is blue topaz and turquoise with copper. It's a copper turquoise. So yes, I have a Pegasi. Let's see a little history of how it is. So unicorns. So at cosmic levels, okay, there's so many levels. Unicorns are a group of consciousness. Okay, they're horse, and that is why they take upon the nature of the horse, because that is how their energetic makeup is. So in that etheric level, they are just level of very high level of consciousness. So it's said to be in Lemuria that they became individual unicorns. Before that, they were just a group of consciousness, high, different, I think it's 12th level, high consciousness. So in Lemuria is when they took up, to be individual unicorns, but they were still in etheric level. So which was, in Lemuria, which was the 4th golden age in this beautiful earth realm. Because these messages we get through channeling, from intuitive readers, clairvoyance, and through hypnotherapy. So we get these messages of Lemuria and Atlantis. So Lemuria seems to be the 4th golden age, as now we are also going through this birth canal, this beautiful transition. And it won't be just, one day we're going to wake up to golden age, but it's a long process, but we're getting there again. It's a cycle. So in Lemuria is when they, became individuals, the energetic from consciousness to individual unicorns. And they also said to be existed in Atlantis, because Atlantis and Lemuria, Atlantis came after Lemuria. They did coexist, because Lemuria and Atlantis somehow, coexisted before Lemuria, where we know the destruction of it, and Atlantis. So during that time, so they did exist in Atlantis, and which was after the fifth configuration of the because they tried, because when Atlantis, the civilization came about, they did few configuration to that energetic realm of Atlantis. So, but it says there was an experiment and they had to do a few times. So after the fifth configuration, they managed to raise the frequencies, and when the unicorn could exist in that frequency bandwidth. And so in the after the fifth configuration of the Atlantis energetic grid, the etheric Lemurian consciousness became physical into the Atlantean bodies. Okay, after the configuration, because Lemuria was still believed to be etheric at that time. So it became physical in the Atlantean bodies. So when the civilization of Atlantis began to decline, as we know, they went through a lot of things, process, when they started decline and spiraling down in their energies. These unicorn beings were mistreated. They did exist for many millennia in Atlantis before they became lower in energetics. So that is when they were mistreated. This according to this is the messages that a lot of people got through channeling and hypnotherapy, and through meditation. So when they were mistreated, they were shackled and saddled, and even consumed. So it was very traumatic for these beings, because suddenly they became like workhorses. They were worked. Yeah, they were used like workhorses, and that is when they started declining too. So when Atlantis spiraled down, when the whole Earth realm at that time, the frequencies of the Earth spiraled down to a more dense, lower vibration. Hence, these magical, beings ceased to exist. Unicorns, Pegasus, and dragons, the Mer Beings, the mermaid, because they cannot hold. They were quite, high vibration frequency at that time. So, and that is why you don't really see them in physical. You can tap into their frequency, but it's difficult. But they can, because there are people who have seen them physically, the mermaids or unicorns, dragons. But it must be somewhere on Earth that is totally pure in energy, haven't really been infiltrated by low energetics, crowd, people, development, So beautiful woods and forests and beaches that were still in pure in energy, you can still see them physically. And so it is said that in 1987, when there was this harmonic convergence, okay, with planetary alignment, it heralded that the start of the 25-year period of purification before the cosmic moment in 2012. So there's from 87 to 2012, we had these 25 years of purification from this harmonic convergence that happened in 1987. So according to that, that cosmic event, you can call this harmonic convergence, the Lyra Stargate portals were opened. And this made possible for these beautiful unicorns to tap back into this Earth realm energy, though not physically, but energetically. So, and it also said in 2015, yeah, that's what I was talking about, with the energy of the super moons. We had so many super moons, after that from 2015. And then the further activation of the Lyra Stargate, the stellar alignments, portals openings, and the reactivation of the great crystal of Atlantis. For those who are working with Atlantean energetic grids, you have that activation of these crystals, even like Lemurian crystals, and these great crystals of Atlantis being reactivated. So, and then they said we also had some assistance from the Dragon Kingdom. How beautiful is that? So that made possible for more of this, sudden interest and sudden outbursts, you can say, for these beautiful magical beings. So yes, that is a little snippet about unicorns. Just bullet points, that you need to know how and what about, because otherwise you don't, like I said, if maybe in America, in the Western, from, in Europe or Australia, you could have found this, in soft toys or merchandise. I don't know. I've traveled to Australia twice in the 90s, and the last was 2012. Yes. During the time when they said it's supposed to be, the end. I was in Australia at that time, in Perth. But I don't think I came across any unicorns. We went around shopping and stuff. I would have grabbed one, definitely, if I've seen. But no, I did not come across any unicorn. Yups. So, this is this beautiful book. Let's move Gaia a little bit. Okay. So, as you can see. Oh, sorry, Gaia. Magic of Unicorns. Yes. So, Help and Healing from the Heavenly Realms. Okay, by Diana Cooper. So, Diana Cooper received an angelic visitation that transformed her life many years ago. She is now the best-selling author of over 30 books, and which have been published in 28 languages. Diana specializes in esoteric subjects, including angels, unicorns, dragons, and Atlantis. And she teaches internationally and is the founder of the Diana Cooper School of White Light, a non-profit organization. I don't know if you can see. This is Diana Cooper. I also follow her. She has a Facebook site and also on YouTube, where you can look at her oracle readings on unicorns and dragons and angels. So in this book, with the tables of contents, there's part 1. Let me see how many parts are there. There's part 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in part 1, the introduction to unicorns. So, they have the history of unicorns, unicorn information, an overview of the angelic realms, your personal companions and helpers, attuning to unicorns, signs from unicorns, their colors, the connection with unicorns and children, unicorns and animals, and the power of numbers, connecting with unicorns, and connecting to unicorns through models, statues, and toys. Sometimes you just get connected, no matter how old you are, okay, how young you are. I don't believe in that, how old you are. So, yeah, mine came late. Can you imagine if you see my little unicorn corner there, with my little unicorn tiara and stuff? You probably think that I have a toddler, a 5-year-old wearing pink tutu, running around. No, this is mine. So you can laugh at me, but this is my reality of magic, and it works for me. So yes. And then connecting to unicorns through models, statues, and toys. Unicorns in dreams, in meditations, in nature. They're all different chapters. Then unicorn orbs, unicorn card readings, service work with unicorns, magical unicorn stories. That was my favorite. Reading all those people who have encountered and had dreams and all these connections. Oh wow. And part 2, unicorns and healing. You have unicorn healing, unicorn soul healing, heal your inner child, heal ancestral belief and issues, take your soul desires to source, remove the veils of illusion, and unicorns and Christ-like. So, and then you also have a little exercise at the end, how you can tap into all these different topics and how you can connect with your personal unicorns. So it's really beautiful. It's kind of interactive. And then part 3, you have unicorns, gems, and crystals. So unicorn and archangels, gems, unicorn and crystals, unicorn crystal grids. That is part 3. And part 4, you have unicorns and chakras. Unicorn light up your 12 chakras. They're supposed to be the 12 level, beings. So unicorns and the earth star chakra and base chakra, sacral chakra, they're all separate chapters. Navel chakra, solar plexus, heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye, crown, and causal chakra. And the last one, yes, the soul star chakra. Oh yes, another one. Stellar gateway chakra. Okay, we have extra. I know soul star chakra, but not the stellar gateway chakra. We also have that. And the last one is unicorns light up your 6th dimensional chakras. Okay, there's a lot of chakras. Actually, I completed the book. It's like so much to work on. I've not really done the exercise of connecting. I do my own just, meditation and try to, because you really need to be calm right now, totally get away from the outward chaos. It is not easy because you really need to be in total purity and peace. It's difficult to invoke a connection with these magical beings, being still so high up in mind, in your mind space, and get caught up with all this trauma, chaos. So there's some work to do if you want to connect with your unicorns. So says the book, discover all there is to know about unicorn guides, how to connect with them, advance on your spiritual path with their help, and attract more love, light, and happiness into your life. Unicorns are beings of the angelic realms who are running to earth to aid us on our path to ascension now. That's why you see a lot of, suddenly there's too many, unicorn themed parties and stuff like that for kids. I would want 2 next year for my 50th. How's that? Not that we have anyone visiting, but just me, myself, and I, my hubby, and my kitty cat, maybe. Yes. So, unicorns, yes, they bring messages of hope and remind us to stay positive as we prepare for our golden future. Dinah Cooper, world-renowned angel ascension and Atlantis expert, has been communicating with unicorns for over a decade and showing others how to connect with these beings. In this book, she teaches you how to connect with your unicorn, recognize the signs of its presence, call unicorns into your dreams, and learn to interpret their messages. Work with your unicorn to heal your personal, family, and ancestral karma. Discover your soul purpose and invoke your unicorn to illuminate it. Create a unicorn crystal grid for blessings and healing. And through the meditations, visualizations, and journaling exercises included in each chapter, you will become attuned to the unicorn's light energy and begin to see positive shifts in your life. Beautiful book. So this is it. Magick of Unicorns. So I hope you enjoyed that little unicorn trip we have or had, you know, after you're watching. I don't know when you're going to watch this, but so wherever you are, I wish you magic. We all need that. Okay, what's happening? It's all what you believe in. So, like I've always said, that, you know, what they put out there for us is seeing is believing. So all this drama, trauma, chaos, you know, you go like, you know, it must be true because I saw it. Exactly. That is their, you know, that's their, how do I say that? There is their template, you know, over us, or our organic blueprint, you know, that is the template that they put on, you know, see it, believe it, you know. But for magic, you know, you believe it and you see it. That's when you start seeing magic. It's not seeing is believing. It's believing is seeing. So I wish you enjoyed this little video. I would like to make more on these beautiful unicorns if I, you know, really... oh, yes, and one more thing is when I read one of the chapters about a person, you know, who have connected with her personal unicorn, who she called Pythagoras, you know, and she calls the unicorn in short Pi. So I was just reading that Pythagoras and Pi, and there was this sharp, you know, sensation on my one of my toes, my left, you know, feet toe. So it was like something bit me or something, you know, just for a while, just a few seconds. It never happened before, and it never happened after that. This was like 2 weeks ago when I was reading this book, 2 or 3 weeks ago. So just as I was reading the Pythagoras and Pi, and, you know, I was like, yo. So then I remembered, because there's also topics about, you know, numbers, numerology, your birth date and your life path, you know, connecting that with unicorn energies. So then I was like, Pi, you know, why did I get that suddenly, you know, like, hey, wake up. Then I realized because I have Pi in my birth date. You know, Pi is like 3.14 and on, you know. So, and usually if you want to take a number to divide, they usually say 22, you know, divide by 7 is 22/7. So because it is my birth date, 22nd, and my life path number is 7. So I know, I've calculated that before, you know, just out of curiosity, you know, and see what I get. 27, because unknowingly, because yeah, you should know that comes down to Pi. So then I start researching a lot about Pi, you know, not just from mathematical point of view, arithmetic, it's even metaphysical point of view, more spiritual point of view of Pi. So yes, so there must be something there, you know, just when I came to that topic of that unicorn called Pi, and, you know, it reminded me that I have this very powerful Pi, because Pi is like infinite. Pi is an unknown, mysterious, that, you know, not everything in life is known, sort of thing, if you explain it in a metaphysical way. So yes, that is my little experience while reading the book and get bitten at Pi. So wishing you lots of love and magic. And yes, wherever you are. Yes, baby. That's our baby. I think he wants to go out. Well, as always, during this time, you know, you always hear this beautiful Maharaja Ziggy Push. His name is Ziggy, but I know I have so many names for him. So thank you for watching, and let me know if you come across this video, you know, if you have any special connection or hat, you know, no matter how young you are, okay? Like that Christmas song from what age he says, you know, from 1 to 92, you're still young. Even as long as you're still breathing and living and conscious in this avatar, no matter how young you are, you know, there's no old in it. So you can be, you know, 60, 70, 80, 100, And if you're still connecting to unicorn, you can always tell me. You're not alone. I'm here at 49. I'm going to be 50 and I'm going to have a unicorn themed birthday. So lots of love. Thank you very much. I love you all. In Lakesh, namaste.